very few online FPS games have had the kind of longevity that Team Fortress 2 enjoys. Now, when I say longevity, some people might say Battlefield or Call of Duty also have really long longevity, but that's not the same. They've had other games in those franchises, and there are current games in those franchises that people play. Team Fortress 2 was first released in 2007, and there are people still playing it today here in 2025. We've covered this game previously here on Gamers Bay, and I thought it would be a good idea for us to recap and go through, some things that may have changed in this game, some of the things they may have done, and then go through, play a game in it, because there have been a lot of changes to Team Fortress 2 from its early days, from its very early days. The OG Team Fortress 2, where it all started, is it was a mod for Quake, the original Quake, back in the 90s. And what you did is you downloaded GameSpy, which was basically a browser for online games, before games had browsers built into them for finding online games. Then you had to download Quake World. Quake World was a executable of Quake that had, I think it was designed for Windows at the time. The original was MS-DOS. This other one was designed for Windows. It had the single player code pulled out, and there was just an alert pop up. But it had the single player stuff pulled out, and it had optimized netcode for online play. So you used Quake World, you used GameSpy, and then you downloaded mods for it, and Team Fortress, and there was another one called Mega Team Fortress, which was Team Fortress with a lot of additions. Like the engineer had a pod that would follow him, that would shoot at enemies and different stuff. It was pretty interesting. Then Half-Life happened, and the mod developers moved over to Half-Life and released a mod for Half-Life for their multiplayer side of Team Fortress. And Valve hired those guys. They made Team Fortress Classic, and then they started working on a sequel to Team Fortress, which would become a standalone game. Now, the original design for Team Fortress 2 was going to be a little bit more like what you see in Battlefield multiplayer originally. It was going to be more, you had vehicles, you had your squad with their various roles that they would play. They would still have the classic, engineer heavy and all that in the game, but it would play, the way it was described, it would play a lot more like, one game I used to play a lot of was Battlefield Bad Company 2. I used to play a lot of the online multiplayer of that. It was fun. Team Fortress 2 was going to be a little bit like that originally. Then, at some point before 2007, during development, because this game was in development for a long time, somewhere in mid-development, they decided to shift gears. They gave it a more cartoony style, slightly more cartoony style, set it in sort of a stylized 50s. That's the way I would have it described, in a stylized 50s or early 60s era. And this version of Team Fortress was born. Team Fortress 2 was born. And it's a really good game. It's very few games have the longevity that this has had, that this has enjoyed, that people still play it consistently, and it still has enough of a player base for the studio that made it to actually care about further developing it, adding on to it. They've been revamping the UI every so often. Every couple of years, they would do something new with the UI. They would put in some new events. I understand that they're going to be doing some more stuff with this game. I know Valve has a problem with counting to 3. I don't know if there will ever be a Team Fortress 3. I mean, we've been hearing rumors of a Half-Life 3. But let's go through some of the differences before we go jumping into a game here. So, the interface is radically different from the original that the original game that launched in 2007. It's drastically different. You have this was here. You could have various different loadouts. This was all here, a part of the original. And your stats, you know, how long I've been playing. I've been doing really good as heavy and soldier. I haven't played spy nearly as much. I haven't medic. I've done better. Even in the original Team Fortress, I played heavy and soldier and engineer. I played engineer a ton in the original. But you have all your stuff for your loadout, what type of weapon to carry. Let's see here, engineer. Yeah, this is the one I use. You don't have to worry about picking up. You don't have to worry about picking up ammunition or replenishing your ammunition. You do for this, I do believe. And this is stuff that I have earned either by buying other games. I believe this came with, I think it came with Arkham City or Arkham Knight. And this came with, I forget what that came with. That was something I earned. That was from a Christmas event. So this part is mostly unchanged. And of course you can do crafting. And that, I believe you have to, I've never messed with this much, so I don't know exactly how it all works. It's for crafting things, but I've never really messed with it much. Then there is this here. I believe all this was here. Okay, trading. Yeah, I've never messed with any of that part. And there's the shop. And of course you can buy stuff. And this is where the game really makes its money. Like Dota 2, like with Dota 2 and the other games, this is where Team Fortress 2 continues to make money for Valve, is all of this, which is mostly cosmetics and stuff, and the keys that unlock a lot of stuff that you earn in game, that you can earn, that you have to have a key to unlock. I've got a ton of stuff that I've never unlocked before. These are new. The messages, let's see, alerts. You have a new item. Okay, let's see. This is new. And a winter cosmetic case. Okay. Okay, so I think I've already got one of these. I already got one of these. All right. And you have your information on the side here, which wasn't originally here before in the original game. I have my username on Steam, and you can do casual or competitive. I just play casual. I don't go play competitive. Friends, options, advanced options. This is new. So this is where you can do fast swap for weapons, automatically reload weapons when you're not firing, play a hit sound. That's actually useful. That lets you know you're actually hitting somebody. You're actually doing some damage. Display damage done as text over your target. I like having that to let me know, how much damage I'm doing. And You'll remember the active weapon between lives. It's good to use. Spy enable concise skies menu. I think I tried that and didn't like it. And the medic builds. Basically different options you can turn on. Enable minimal HUD. I need the HUD the way it is. Hide HUD during free scan screenshots. Just a whole bunch of things that they let you do now that weren't in the game before. Demo support. And you can, I do believe this means you can record demos. I do believe that you can. Yes, you can. You can record demos. But I've never messed with any of that before. And then new user forum, achievements, developer commentary, be a coach, the workshop. Let's see, contribute to, oh yes, this is the Steam workshop stuff. This is where you can design stuff and you put it in the workshop. It doesn't mean that it's automatically in the game. What it is the team, if they like what you put up there, they'll put it in the game. And this, that's a link that goes to their Twitch channel. I think this is the Contractor. Welcome to the Contractor, your gateway to the finest. Who's your this is another thing I never worked with. Contracts. It's sort of like you do something in the game and then you earn loot by doing it. It's something new that they added to the game, sort of like an achievement, but it's something you specify that you will do in the game. Certain kind of goals that you would achieve, and then you would get something after achieving it. And then, of course, messages, and these are like updates for the game, blogs and stuff that's released by Valve on any news, anything new that they've added to the game. And so some of this was here. Some of this was here with the went back 8 years ago when we did a video on this. 8 years ago, some of this was here, some of this was not. There's been some changes, some improvements of stuff. Most of the time, they don't really mess with this all that much. It's here where they've really messed with the game a lot more. So we're going to go into a casual game, and these are the core map modes, and then there are alternative game modes. These are alternative versions of the maps, and some of these are pretty interesting, but we're going to stick to the core. I don't like King of the Hill all that much. It's sort of like it's more like your typical deathmatch. I sort of like the team play more than anything. Capture the flag, control points, attack and defense. Okay, so let's start a search for a game. This is the part that's mostly the same from the last time. Okay, there's a match going. Join now. This part, I don't know why this takes so long. People said, oh, you have to have a more powerful machine for this to speed up. No, I have a powerful machine now, and this still takes a while. Retrieving information. We have a fast internet connection. We have a gigabit internet connection here, and it still takes a while. It's something to do with the way this game works. And what other things about Team Fortress that is different from a lot of the games that are out today, especially the long-running franchises, is you can run your own servers. You don't have to buy servers from Valve to play this game. The other games you used to be able to lease server for, I believe it was for Battlefield. You used to be able to do that, but you can't anymore. I believe they discontinued that service, and now you can only play on their servers. Well, here, we're playing on Valve's servers. Oh, that is loud. Let me turn that down. Okay. You can play on Valve's servers, but you can also run your own dedicated server, and you can run your own game and put on as many mods as you want. Alright. The control point is being contested. Alright, we're playing a control point game. I am going to do... We have captured the control point. I'm going to be the Pyro. Alright. Pyro's good for capture the flag for dealing with spies. Where are you just hanging out here? Alright, where is everybody?
Alert! The control point is being captured. Victory!
Oh. Well. Okay, that was a short game.
In 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what I'm talking about. Get out there!
Alright. And what Valve has never done, they've moved Dota 2 over to Source 2. They haven't moved it. They haven't moved it to Source 1. I mean Source 2. I need to concentrate. Come on, people. Maybe I should change classes. Oh, no one's playing engine. No one's playing soldier. All right. I like this. It's slower, but I don't have to go running around looking for ammo.
The control point is being captured.
Ah! Damn, snipers. Come on. Get out there, get me out there, get me out there. Alright. Not necessarily that great at this game. But it's not about being good at it. It's just having fun. Winning all the time, you don't have to win all the time in order to have fun with a game. You can just play it. Oh. Oh. Oh, how do I? Okay. Okay, thank you. Crap, I fell. Alright. Any health out here? Use it. Crap. Ah! They have a depot over here. They have a dispenser. Dang it. An NG. Using my favorite gun.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Come on, people. Okay, come on. Killed us both. No, he's still alive. I hit him. Dang it. Ah, these long respawn times. Come on. I like being on the red team better. They're easier to see. The blue team's easier to see as the enemy. I just got overwhelmed there. His gameplay has changed very little from the original. There have been some changes, like these weapons that I'm using are a new addition. Being able to see where your team is. Beginning of the game, that's a somewhat new. Sniper. Always the sniper. Where does this go? That's boarded up. Oh, this goes up here. Hell. Any health pickups up here? With ammo.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
No, health pickup. A very small health pickup, but a health pickup nonetheless. Ah, here's a big one. Alright. About a medium-sized health pickup. Arrow down, but you can't go down there. Shooting this like that because splash damage. Okay, they're pushing them out.
Mission ends in 60 seconds. We have secured the control point.
Oh, finally, we're pushing them back. Jeez. Got somebody. Caught somebody on fire.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Way to go, Pally.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Help, pick up, pick up. Help, pick up. Ah, right there, right there. Right, ah!
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Got 8 minutes or so. Alright, we're really pushing them. We're getting our butts handed to us a little while ago, and now we're doing better. All right. Come on.
Victory.
Ah! All right. And this is Team Fortress 2. Decided to revisit this game. I might revisit a couple other games we covered here on Gamers Bay in the distant past. Oh, you rate the quality of the match you just played. Oh, it was great. Oh, and it's voting on the map you go to. Foundry. I think that was the one we were just on. But this is Team Fortress 2. And I'm gonna leave that match for now. still a fun game in 2025. Still people play this. It is, there are games that just stand the test of time, and this is one of them. Gameplay has not altered significantly that much over the years. They've added a couple of new gameplay modes, and they've added some alternatives to their classic maps over the years. But how many games do you know that released, more than 10 years ago are still being played today, or still being played today, still have the kind of longevity that this has? This is not making like massive numbers or anything, but still a significant audience, enough to make Valve care about actually working on this game. They haven't been doing a lot of the improvements that they really need to do, like transitioning this over to Source 2. But I think the reason they don't want to change this over to Source 2 is because there are a lot of people who still play on older hardware, probably, that they don't want to alienate. But they did bring Dota 2 over to Source 2, so I don't see why they shouldn't do this with this. It is running on the latest build of the original Source engine. Source 2, as I'm describing, is Source 2 is what Dota 2 runs on. It's what Half-Life Alyx runs on. And it's their significantly updated version of the original Source engine, which is what this runs on, and what Half-Life 2 runs on. This is not the original Source engine. Not the original Source engine from the OG Half-Life 2. This is a heavily modified, heavily updated version of the engine. Now, it does not support yet, but I do not see in here is stuff for like FSR or DLSS or anything like that. This game doesn't really need it. I mean, it doesn't really need any of that stuff to support it. In fact, it's still a DirectX 9 game. Hasn't even been ported to DX11. It's still a DX9 game. So, yeah, I mean, in the comments, tell me in the comments, how many games this old still have this kind of longevity where people are just still playing the game and the developers are still kind of supporting it because there's still a community there playing the game. Anyways, thank you for watching. I've been Mike the Zorch. There will be other modern retro spotlight specials as well as games from yesteryear here on the Gamers Bay channel. See you next time.